This is Kim from Emerging Creatively Tutorials at KimberlyKoehler.com, and today I'm going to teach you how to make a knotted head pin. So what you'll need to make a knotted head pin is some 20 gauge wire cutters, and chain nose pliers, and then another pair of pliers. I'm going to use bent nose, just whatever you feel comfortable holding your wire with. You could use like squared off pliers or whatever you feel comfortable with. Okay, so the first thing you want to do is cut off a piece of wire, and I like to make my head pins about 2 inches long, so you want to cut about 3.5 inches of wire to make this head pin. I'm going to make a flush cut. Alright, and I'm just going to flush cut the other side as well. And then grab your chain nose pliers, and at about the 2-inch mark, you're going to bend your wire completely over, and then smush it down so it's close together. So another way you can do this is, actually, I've seen somebody, I just saw this tip. If you have a crimp tool, you can easily smush down this wire too. Alright. Okay, so now you're going to want to make a bend in the shorter wire. And how I do this is I usually just hold it in my chain nose pliers about halfway down, and then I don't have a good hold of it. Make sure you're holding it tightly, and then bend out the smaller length wire. So that is what it looks like. And then grab a hold of the wire again, and now this is the part where you're making the knot. So you're just going to wrap this around. And now this part, I have to admit, can be a little tricky, because it's hard to hold the wire and do the wrapping for this for some reason. Or maybe it's just me. I don't know. And also, your wire starts to get hard as you work it. So be careful not to poke yourself with the end of the wire while you're doing it. So you're just basically wrapping around that end bend that you made. So once you get to the end, just make sure, if you have any excess wire, you can just clip it off, and just make sure the end gets kind of shoved in so that it's not poking out. If it is poking out, snip it off, or you can also file it with a jewelry file. So that is how you make a knotted head pin.